Did I do it?
You did it.
Are we live?
Hello. Latrice is live for the first time. Welcome to Latrice's channel.
Welcome to Latrice's channel, where Rashida has already taken the lead. Because listen, as I shared the last time during our 5-hour marathon conversation, your girl gets very intimidated by YouTube. So thank you, V Lynn, for being in the house. We appreciate you. And voila, we are here with Shida from Exodus Summit, and we are going to be talking about hot topics, everything that has been happening in this absurd ass country over these past couple of weeks. Shida.
Yes, ma'am.
What's going on? How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. Glad to be here.
Thanks for pushing me to do this. Getting me out of my
glad you're doing it. Hello. My name is Rashida Dow. And if you are not subscribed to my channel on YouTube, you can find me at youtube.com @Rashida/Rashida. That's how you find me. I'm Rashida on YouTube, right there. Spelled just like that.
Yes. And as you know, go ahead.
No, go.
I was going to say, as you guys know, Rashida is our Exodus co-founder. You know, the one who is always preaching for us to take a sabbatical, to take a career break, and to get the hell out of Dodge. So I love any time that I'm able to connect with Shida and Kiki with Shida. She's a fun time always.
Oh, do you realize we're both wearing blue stripes?
This is the French, the blue stripe. This is the French maritime thing.
Where do you think I got this shirt?
Voila.
And the skirt I'm wearing that you can't see.
À la France. I love it. Yes. Hello. That's very French too. Absolutely. So do we dig right in? Like, how do we, Shida, help your girl?
You said you want to do hot topics. Let's go right in.
We're doing hot topics. Okay.
Let's do it.
I would be remiss if I did not start off by saying a rest in peace to our girl, Betty Broderick.
Saint Betty?
Betty, not
Betty of the break and shoot 'em ups.
Betty Broderick, who plays no games and who did not allow her husband to play on her top and play in her face. Now, of course, here at Paris Chic Code, and of course, we do not condone violence, but we also do not condone men playing in our faces.
Over on Rashida, we do condone violence. And I'm not saying he deserved it. I'm not saying the new wife deserved it, but they shouldn't have been playing in that lady's face.
They played on her top. And so just to give, for those of you who are not familiar with Betty Broderick, she is from California, from San Diego. And she and her husband, Dan, got married very, very young. And while he was going to school to be an attorney, Betty provided for the entire family. She had like 4 kids. She was selling Avon, selling Tupperware, doing all that while he was in law school. And as soon as Dan's motherfucking ass got out of law school and hired a new assistant when he got his own firm,
dick just going everywhere. Just dick.
Yeah. Dan was so disrespectful. Dan got a new assistant, younger assistant, probably 20 years Betty's junior, and he filed for a divorce from Betty. Left Betty after all she sacrificed. Not only did he leave Betty, he filed for custody of the kids. He wanted sole custody of the children. He sold the house up from under Betty. And Betty said, and then Betty also said that he made it so difficult because he was such a prominent attorney in San Diego. He made it so difficult for her to get an attorney to defend herself against him because he's like that man. He's like that dude in San Diego.
Now, Betty was a little crazy.
Betty was touched, but he pushed Betty. He pushed Betty over the edge.
So you remember back in the day? Okay, first point.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Betty Broderick story. I know the deep history of it through Netflix. Okay. Right? Like I ain't read her biography. I watched
A Woman Scorned.
But she was supporting them when he was in med school too. He went to med school first, and she supported
Yes.
the family through med school and then law school.
And
Cutting
taking
balls
care
off.
of the children.
Having kids she didn't even really want to have.
Betty had no career. I mean, she went to college, of course, but Betty sacrificed everything for Dan. So anyway, Betty said, okay, what you're not going to do is you're not going to divorce me, play with me, and leave
I
me
get
with
nothing.
And listen, Betty started dropping off them kids on the doorstep one by one. She left them one by one. You're going to have to raise them. And then that's when he wanted to sell property. He wanted to take everything from Betty. And then Betty ended up going to Dan's house in the middle of the night, and she shot Dan, and she shot his new wife and killed them. And when Betty was sentenced to like 32 years. And when she was up for parole, she was denied parole because Betty showed absolutely no remorse. Betty said, I'm standing on business and I'll stay right here.
Now, do you remember back in probably the late 90s, early 2000s when Snapped, the TV show on Oxygen, first came out?
Yes.
And Snapped was about women. So Snapped has changed. It used to be about women who really, really snapped. Like those were women who, now it's like, I lived with him. I feel like being with some new guys, so I'm a poisonous food. And then, no. These are women who were like, this is the list of things he did.
Yeah.
And then number like 36 is where I couldn't take it anymore.
Right.
And my marbles got scrambled.
Exactly.
Betty snapped. Yeah. Betty is like highlight of Snapped. Not new Snapped. Old, back in the day. He pushed her to that.
He pushed her to, and they were such prominent. I mean, they had so much money. They were a prominent group. They were a prominent couple in San Diego society. She was very, in the mix with the rich ladies and the rich socialites of San Diego. And then once they divorced, what happens is when high profile couples like that, when they divorce, like, the wives often have to choose a side, and they often go with their husbands, right? Mm-hmm. They often go with their husbands and make space for the new wife. So she was just like ostracized. He was calling her crazy everywhere. Yeah. So Betty gone, y'all. Betty gone.
Are we, because on our live topic, we talked about men who kill their wives. Are we hypocrites?
Okay.
Or going up for Betty?
The girls are going up for Betty, and I was surprised to see the girls going up for Betty
on Threads.
Because of all of the media and that we have been watching regarding men doing the same thing. But I think it's a bit different because usually the men are still men in the situations when they're killing their wives, right? They are Dan, and
they still have the power. They still have the prestige.
Absolutely. And they're still torturing. They're still making things very difficult and torturing their wives and then ultimately killing them. So I don't think that we are hypocrites only because the women do not have power in any of these situations. I think. What you think?
I would like to celebrate what Saint Betty did, but I'm gonna still call her Saint Betty. So you take from that what you will. Patron saint of get your shit together.
Period.
Because every woman's got a line.
Come on.
Patron saint of every woman's got a line.
Like, can you imagine supporting a man while he goes through medical? We know how long these years are. Shida, you especially know as an attorney, right? Supporting a man through med school, supporting a man through law school. And then you're telling me I done did and I'm raising 4 kids at the same time. I'm selling Avon and Tupperware. And you're telling me that you are going to go off and marry your secretary? And I can't even live in my house? Listen.
Okay. We talked about what we're going to talk about.
Yes.
And I forgot about something. I have a topic. Can I add a topic to it?
Yes.
Have you been catching up with any of this Nature Boy stuff?
Okay. I love Brandy, the millennial manager on
her.
IG. She is hilarious. She is that Brandy is something else. But she said that it was a great show on Hulu, and I started watching it. And I couldn't, I was distracted, so I couldn't get into it. But tell us the tea, because
okay, so I ain't got no Hulu. Disney be real funny about these VPNs, so I'm not. But there's like a 60 million, I don't even know how many parts. There's a series on YouTube.
Yes.
I started watching it last night, and I'm on part, I want to say like 7. I feel like I saw somewhere, but someone said that it's 62 parts, and I was like, y'all just exaggerating, right? It's like 10. Could be 62. It's on a channel called Hood Horrors.
Okay. Is he from Harlem? They said he's a broke dude from Harlem. How were people?
A broke dude from Harlem. He got all the way up in there with the Dr. Umar. I think, was it him or someone else? Dr. Umar was like the starting point, and then they went deeper down the rabbit hole of like, girl, they in Costa Rica, I think right now, pooping outside, because you shouldn't give your poop. If you don't give it back to the earth, you're stealing it from the earth and you're giving it to the government. I have sex with you, but then I decide I want to be with you, so I go have sex.
Wait a minute. Are they still in Costa? Are they still filming in Costa Rica?
He's in jail. It starts in prison. It starts the I'm so sorry if you're watching this on Hulu and that was a scare. That was a
spoiler.
Spoiler. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
But the YouTube series starts with him being sentenced. I don't know where everybody else is.
But I'm going to tell you something. It goes to show how I think the United States drives Black people to desperately look for community and look for some sort of leadership in this country. This is no different than the Jim Jones thing, how people believed him and drank the Kool-Aid, literally, right? Like, this country drives you to going somewhere, living off the land, listening to a broke nigga from Harlem, just desperate to have some sort of leadership.
I cannot believe that so many people saw them. Apparently, his acolytes every day were not forced, as part of their culty duties, because it was a cult.
Okay.
One man admitted to giving him $300,000. This man is like 20, 22, 23, maybe late 20s. He got a somebody died. He got a whatchamacallit. And they gave him, he gave him 20,000. 20,000 was enough, so it gave him like a number 30. That man had 300. That dude took all 300.
For what? What was he doing with the money?
Renting broke down houses and sleeping in tents in the backyard.
See. But okay, but to go back to this cultish behavior, we see this, I was thinking, okay, I said that about Black people, but look at the people who are following Trump. Everybody knows he's a grifter.
Girl, you saw that gold statue in Mar-a-Lago? And they come into
hello, somebody
over it or whatever.
Everybody knows he's a grifter. And gas is in California for premium right now. Gas is $7. Okay.
That's crazy.
That is insane.
Is absolutely insane.
Eggs are still high as hell. We know this man is stealing, but you still have people like, yo, he knows what he's doing.
That a Black man. How much, y'all? Do y'all want the spoiler? You need to watch this. You need to watch. I don't know about the Hulu one. You need to watch the YouTube one.
Just tell us the background though of the guy. So he's from Harlem. He don't have no money. Like, how did this?
Went to Atlanta. Okay. Guess what he started doing in Atlanta?
I can't even. What?
Guess.
I can't guess. What does one do in Atlanta? I don't know.
So he started stripping for men.
I was gonna say that.
Listen, I saw your face. I knew you were gonna say it. He started stripping for men, and then he called himself a prostitute for men, and then he did a gay porn.
Oh, he was hard up for money.
You let, and this whole time, he's got a baby mama. You let a gay for pay man beat you up.
Did the baby mama follow him to Costa Rica?
No.
Okay.
She let the baby go, and then he was down there with the baby talking about there were pedophilia accusations because he was talking about how he lets the baby, when the baby wants to play with his dick, he lets the baby play with his dick.
My, what?
The baby mama was like, no, where are you? Because I'm getting on a plane. Not immediately, but eventually.
But the fact that she even let her child go, let me tell you something. Nothing good can come from a broke nigga from Harlem. Okay, that's doing.
You let a man.
Okay. Oh, hell no.
If he was bisexual, I would be like, okay, whatever. But he's not claiming to be bisexual. You're having sex with men only for the money.
He'll do anything.
And you're physically and verbally abusive, and we continue to be together. Ladies, and feet on the ground. Stand up.
Stand up. Stand up.
He beat her so hard that she had bruises for over a year on her face, like blood pooled bruises. And he was like, you need to put makeup on because I'm tired of seeing these bruises.
Oh, hell no.
Shoot him. Shoot him.
Betty Broderick him.
Right? Saint Betty said.
Where is
Don't let these men play with you.
Not like that. Not on my top like that. Oh, hell no. Okay, so I got to watch it. I know it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Yes, it's on Hulu. And if you don't have Hulu, I'm watching the series. It is very detailed. I don't know if I can make it to part 62 if that really is what it is. I got to
Wait a minute. That's what I was going to ask. Like, how? I wish somebody would look. How many episodes is it?
Let me see what it is.
Okay. I also want to talk about this. We got to talk about this Simone Biles tea.
Baby, I just opened it up and it said episode 45. So I don't know how many there are, but it goes at least to 45. Let me see.
It could not possibly.
It looks like there's 46 in here.
On Hulu?
No. On the YouTube one.
Oh, the YouTube. Okay. So they probably got it clipped up because I think each episode is an hour.
Oh no, these are between 30 minutes and an hour each. 46.
It's called Nature Boy. Need to put it in the chat. Nature Boy. It's crazy. Everyone has been talking about it.
They let them people come down. It's so many Black people.
That's what's scary.
Black women.
Yes.
Being physically, being passed around, being physically abused.
So that is what was hard. Like I said, I did watch episode 1. And what was difficult for me is I just did not understand the draw. I didn't understand why Black women who seemed intelligent, right? Like, what are they seeking from this guy? What they said, he was online. He had like a large online presence, and that's how he did, his recruiting. And even not just the women, but some of the men, Black men, followed too. Like, what is it that you guys saw about this guy and was like, I'm out of here. This is the leader.
In episode whatever I got to last night, they were in either Belize or Costa Rica, I can't remember, and they'd overstayed their visas, so they were rounded up, drove them in a van to the detention hall for immigrants and to the jail, drove them to the van, and then they were like, we're not getting out of this van. Chief, our main man, a broke nigga from Harlem, says we don't have to get out this van, so we're not getting out this van. And then they complaining when they got lumped up. Like, I don't know how you thought this was going. How did you think this was going to end? They were going to
in these people's country. You're not in the United States. Even if you're in the United States, you're going to get lumped up. You're not getting out the van. That's not how that works.
You're on your way to getting like processed in paperwork and placed in a jail.
A fool.
Getting at the ban it's very much like we are sovereign beings over our whole
audacity. It's very much audacity. Wait a minute. So tell me this. How much time did the man get?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
Because it was like the very beginning. It was the very beginning of it. I don't know if I have 46, 30-minute or 1 hour sessions in me, but I'm gonna see how much I can watch over time about this. Because it is very much where your mama's at. Now, of course, it's a cult, so they isolate them. They isolate them. They take their money. They're doing the labor. They're doing the sex. All of it. It's like Netflix has a show. It's called like How to Be a Cult Leader. It's like he was like, play. Here we go. Right?
Incredible. It's incredible.
And a lot of it, he says, is like, well, I'm attractive. And I'm like,
he's not attractive.
No one is that attractive. I'm so sorry.
He's not attractive. Also, he doesn't. I mean, I think for me to be in the cult, I would need to see some receipts. I would really have to believe like maybe this person has it going on and could teach me something. But that is not what this man gives. He doesn't give, I'm living proof of follow me because I have the receipts. Like, that's not what he gives. He gives broke nigga from Harlem.
A 59-year-old woman went down there to be with them.
Father God help us.
No, okay. So it's not like some of them are like 20, and you're like, well, baby, you ain't know nothing. Okay.
Right.
But 59?
Wait, you had me at the inheritance of $300,000 you're giving to this man. You're sleeping in squalor, and you're giving
baby, they're out. Wait, Belize, the cops had to come and be like, you cannot all poop in the backyard. It is unhealthy. It is unsafe for the natural environment. It is
Okay, so I think as a family, you guys, we are going to have to watch this series, Nature Boy, and then we're going to have to circle back next hot topics so we could be able to talk about it. Like almost like a book club. We have to watch this series and circle back.
Imagine the cops showing up and being like, that shit you're doing in your backyard? That shit, actually.
But they can smell it. Like, you can smell it. Like, how are they? Like, you guys can smell this.
They sleep in tents in the backyard, and they also poop in the backyard. So riddle me what's happening here.
These people are crazy. Everybody's crazy.
I'm giving up all my money to live. And that's the thing. Like the guy who gave up $300,000, if the point is to live, he said living in Central and South America was like the best choice you can make in your life. If that's the best choice you can make in your life, for $300,000, they started in Honduras, they went to Belize, Costa Rica, they went to Mexico. You can live pretty well for a long time on $300,000, especially when you're 20, 25, 26. You don't need much. If you would just spent that $300,000, you could have lived a healthier whole life instead of giving it to a man who is spending it on, I still don't know what he's spending it on.
Grown men. It's so interesting because I saw this, this clip the other day after the Voting Rights Act, was, part 2 was like overturned. I saw this clip and it was this older white man and he was saying, like something of the effect of like Black women are being targeted because Black women have, always been very intelligent and they've been more difficult to control. And like the ideology from, I guess, the white patriarchal system was Black men we can control, right? But the Black women, they're the problem. I gotta find that video, but he said that. He was like, we never really felt really anything about the Black men. We knew we can get them in line, right? Black women, though, on the other hand, is gonna prove a more difficult feat to get them in line,
The Black woman who went down there with him, I was like, baby, your cousin gonna beat your ass. Should have and will.
Exactly. What are you doing? You know better.
Oh, a white girl went down there. He sent her back because she went from Canada, and Canada was like, "You kidnapping people, you stealing." Listen,
I feel like that's how, because I saw that part. I feel like that's how when the white girl came down there, that's when shit got real. Like, okay, now you're doing too much when you got one of ours.
They said a white woman? No.
Her people were like, oh hell no.
Nah, he was like, she gotta go. It's too much drama. She gotta go.
Right. So I got Luxury Bucket List says, I heard about Nature Boy in these YouTube streets for years. I never bothered to check him out, but it was a whole thing in lockdown. These fools were going crazy. I get it. I can understand why there was such a draw to him during COVID. People were really lonely. Listen, we are in a loneliness epidemic. People do not have people to talk to. And probably seeing this guy in Costa Rica is giving hope.
Girl, I hope they're all doing well.
Yes.
And he is still in prison because a lot of it did not sound consensual.
Oh, wow.
But you mentioned Voting Rights Act. Something happened with that this week?
I did. Okay, so the court has struck down a congressional map. We already know about what the Supreme Court did, right? But in Louisiana, the court has struck down a congressional map that has finally allowed Black voters in Louisiana to have the opportunity to elect candidates of their choice. The justices have upended decades of precedent, ignored the will of Congress, and left voters with little recourse to challenge racially discriminatory maps or voting laws. I am just gutted by this. I can't believe it. I especially cannot believe it because the voters, like Californians, right? They voted for these maps. And Shida, maybe you can help me with this because I'm confused why it was able to be challenged in Louisiana and why hasn't it been challenged in California. The only thing I could think of is probably because our Supreme Court is blue. But we voted the same. We voted for redistricting. You know what I'm saying? We voted for a gerrymandered map. So what is like the difference?
Oh, girl, I didn't realize I was going to be put on the spot like this. I don't know, but I think politically the difference is they've done the math and they realize redistricting would not help them. I don't know. That's my layman's guess is that there's not enough. How could they carve up California to make it more beneficial for them? I think they're working on the places that were easy wins. Right? Okay.
That makes sense. So this is where we are in this country. And since, Section 2 was kind of struck down by the Supreme Court, looks like all of the southern states are gerrymandering and redrawing their maps. And so Black folks in the South have practically or zero representation despite taxation. And so on Threads, we're talking about it, right? We're all talking about it on Threads. And Black people in the North, I am a Black Northern person. I've never lived in the South. So Black people in the North are saying, Black folks in the South, y'all just need to come to the North. Okay, let them have these poor ass states, last in education, last in healthcare, last in everything. Come on north, right? Black Southerners are like, you guys are tripping. You guys are in the same situation. Yeah, maybe it's not as overt, but you guys are in the same situation in the North. And so Black Southerners are saying our families have been here for generations. We have land, and most importantly, majority of Black Americans live in the South. If anything, y'all should come down here, and with our sheer numbers, we can affect change. So I would love for the girlies in the chat to weigh in. Like, what do you guys think about this? I am of the thought of North, South. I think we should all get the hell out of here. Now that I'm bicontinental, I don't necessarily believe that one has to do a scorched earth approach. And when I say scorched earth, I don't necessarily think that one has to leave every single thing behind and move abroad. But I do think that every single one of us should have a plan B. I do not believe that there is going to be a change in this country. It's regressing. I think the what do I want to call it? when you're trying something. The project, I think the project has failed. I think it's late stage capitalism, and I think it's the fall of an empire. And listen, it is what it is. But I think that we should have options in place, because I don't see things getting better here for us.
I agree for options. I agree for it's collapsing, right?
Yes.
And what is it? What is going to happen, and where do you want to be when it collapses?
Mhm.
But I do think that telling a couple of things I've heard online are really tone deaf. Telling Black Americans to leave the South. What? Right? Like, so much of Black America is the South.
Yes.
Saying, oh, we shouldn't spend any more money in these places. Like, if you were going to go to the place and spend your money with Black people, right? They're still there. They still need support. They still have hotels, boutique hotels. They still have restaurants. They still have ways you can support them when they need support the most. Not saying we shouldn't go there anymore, or saying, like, I saw someone, the mayor in Baltimore, Scott, what's his name? Mayor Scott?
In Baltimore, I can't remember his name, but the guy, he's great. I heard he's doing great things, but I can't remember his name.
He was online like the next day, adding Essence and being like, so let's move Essence Fest to Baltimore, y'all. And at first I was like, that's actually a good idea. It's a good idea for a lot of reasons that aren't about this and what's happening in Louisiana. But it's once again tone deaf to the people that benefit from Essence being in New Orleans. Now, we know, if you've ever been to Essence Fest, you know a lot of them restaurants close down because they don't want the Black people in their restaurants during the time.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I've never been to Essence. Oh, wow.
New Orleans isn't, New Orleans is a great city. It's great for conventions and things, but they be acting up when it's Essence Fest. New rules that they don't normally have. Restaurants closed.
Interesting.
But there are Black restaurants that benefit from that. There are Black benefit from that. I think the better choice now. I don't know who owns the Superdome where it happens, but if the state is getting money, I do understand why Louisiana State might not be a place you want to give your money to, the government of Louisiana. I get that. But until that changes, or until I think this is a point where we have to listen to the people on the ground, right? Okay. What makes sense for the people, the Black people in New Orleans? What makes sense for the Black people in Alabama? What are they asking for? Because if they're like, you know what, y'all got a room up there up north, right? That's different than, here's what you should do when I've never walked a mile in your shoes.
Right. And that is a lot of the pushback. Black Southerners saying, you Northerners, you guys are so tone deaf. You think that, we are voting for this when we've been heavily gerrymandered. We didn't want this. You know what I'm saying? And also, Black Northerners, like you said, we've never walked a mile in their shoes. We don't know what it's like. So for us to be like, leave it all behind, come north, when we definitely have anti-Blackness, white supremacy in the north as well, is definitely tone deaf. I agree with that. About Essence, I know people are making the argument that Essence should be moved. And I remember one of the arguments against Essence last year was that Black businesses were kind of squeezed out, that they didn't benefit from any of the Essence. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So I think
they need to do more of a focus on. I feel like that's it. Do more of a focus on benefiting Black businesses, right? I know. I don't think Black people own the Superdome, right? But what are the other ways you can pour money into the community that needs it now, right? Because if you don't have power, guess what?
Yes.
Right? You need something. Money, power, respect is the key to life.
V-Lynn says the options game is definitely the way to go. I had a great trading week with NVDA options.
Okay.
Luxury Bucket List says this country is trash. I am mentally moving on. They rigged the system. I suspect there'll be Black Republicans and they'll grift for our vote. Both parties have used Blacks. I agree with that as well. It's circle our wagons time, girlies. It's circle our wagon times, finding out ways how we can collaborate with each other. I just saw an article today, 700,000 Black women are out of work, right?
Oh, wait. I saw something earlier that said, give me a second. It was on Threads.
Okay.
It was on Threads.
Okay, you look, I'm gonna keep going. Okay, so they said like 700,000 Black women are out of work. So at this point, what we have to do is we have to figure out ways that we can support each other economically. We have to be thinking about ways to collaborate with one another. I say it all the time, especially in the expat consultant space, that what I have always respected about Exodus Summit and Shida is that they were partners early. They were partners early, and they were like, we are for Black women before none of us said it, right? Everyone was like, I'm an expert coach. I can help you move to players and blah, blah, blah. But nobody said we're for Black women, but Exodus Summit. That's just real talk. Even myself, I did not say it. So we have to be staunchly loud about who we're supporting. We need to be working with one another, and we have to establish options outside of this country. Just it is what that's way.
All right, I found it.
Okay.
So that O'Brien I saw this on Threads because I'm not on X, formerly known as Twitter.
Okay.
But it is a screenshot from X, formerly known as Twitter, owned by Elon Musk. Keep that in mind. Elon Musk. So talking about him on his site, ABC News posted, Elon Musk's is it Doge? Whatever.
Yes.
Blatantly used race, gender, and other protected characteristics to execute the largest mass termination of federal grant in the history of the National Endowment for Humanities, a federal judge ruled on Thursday. Blatantly, like we can't use race is not a factor anymore unless it's taking shit away from you. And so, if a federal judge is now, what's going to come of this? Probably nothing, right? Probably nothing. A federal judge ruled, but it's going to be activist judges.
There's no accountability anymore.
No accountability. I don't think anything's going to happen. But if Elon Musk's Doge blatantly used race, gender, and other protected characteristics to execute the largest mass termination of federal grants, what about them jobs? What do we use to figure out who you're going to terminate in those jobs? From the same person. What if the same person running the same organization, the same leadership of the same organization, what factors did they use when they were determining which jobs to cut? Could it be the same thing they used when determining?
Come on, attorney Shida.
I said, oh, well, nothing's going to come of it because it's
right.
They said, drain the swamp. We're gonna shit in the swamp and take anything of value out. So
what do you think the play is? We are clearly the target. Black America is the target, right? Gutting federal jobs where Black women are disproportionately represented. We are obviously disproportionately affected. And not only it's not just Black women, they are coming for other people too, but Black women are the bellwether, right? So if they can get us out the paint, nobody else has anything coming. That's just real talk.
Speaking of the bellwether and getting Black women out the paint, little segue.
Okay.
Passports and child support payments.
Ooh.
Passports and child support payments. Right now, is if you're $100,000 in debt for credit for child support, they're going to revoke your passport. Now, child support is not a federally
mandated
or processed thing. It's done at a state level, right? This is done at all state level. So someone could slip a finger and put the wrong number on the button. Now your passport don't work no more. But if we're doing this for child support, and they said this is just the start, we're gonna keep going, what's next?
Credit card debt.
Everything they think will keep Black people from traveling, from leaving the country.
In a
You
state
cannot
of complete
tell me.
dependency.
You cannot tell me they are not trying to close the borders. And I'm not saying that child support is a Black thing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that in their minds, child support and unpaid child support is a Black thing in their minds. And I'm saying they're going to keep going. It's going to be student loan debt in a minute.
Bankruptcy.
Right?
You file bankruptcy, that means your passport is revoked.
It's going to be they are trying to close the borders because you can't be a slave in America if you're not in America. And now this might be real tinfoil hat of me.
No, it's
but
not.
I think they're trying to round up the unpaid workforce. I think they're trying to make sure their labor don't leave because we're going to see more economic hardships coming, and they are doing things to create more economic hardships, and people are going to be in very vulnerable positions, and the minimum wage is going to go down to nothing.
Listen, if they are trying to rally up all of the immigrants and send them back, who do you think they want to replace that labor? He said it. The man was like, they're taking Black jobs. That's what he said. Black jobs he's basically saying Black jobs are service level jobs. They want us in white women's houses, cleaning, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the children because they're pushing white women to have children.
Wait. On Threads, did you see the lady that was like, y'all say you want to be trad wives?
Come on.
And you love being trad wives. If being trad wives is so great, if you want to do all of this around the house, why are they just slaves?
Exactly.
If being a trad wife is so awesome.
You needed help.
And I don't know if you saw some woman, I don't know who she was, did an interview with Z-Way, and she was like, I love being a trad wife, but I do need some help around the house. This is not traditional. This is not traditional, baby.
Right. And there's one that's cosplaying as a trad wife. Her husband is a literal millionaire. She's got a whole machine going. She has got like 6 kids. And
this is the Ballerina Farms lady?
I think that's her, right?
His daddy owns an airline. Get out my face.
Girl, you've got somebody to cook. You've got someone to, you've got someone to homeschool these children. You have someone to get them dressed. You have some things in place to where all you need to do is create content. Okay. Somebody's getting these kids dressed so they look like little farmers and y'all look like y'all suffering and living off the land when this is a whole machine. It's shocking that so many people do not see the play with the Ballerina Farms chick. It is she has a system in place, okay, to cosplay as somebody, to cosplay as someone who is, a tradition. There's nothing traditional about how sis is living. Mm-hmm. Oh, his daddy owns JetBlue. Exactly.
Yes. Listen, if being a trad wife is so great, why you have all them house slaves?
They are trying to get us in Ballerina Farms' whole kitchen.
And they don't want to pay us.
And they don't want to pay. They want us in her kitchen. They want us in the nursery with all the kids that she's going to have while she creates content.
Speaking of being in the kitchen.
Okay.
Did you see Stefan Diggs and the chef?
Okay. Now, I was trying to follow this story. Please wait. Please tell me the tea. The girl was just lying through her teeth on the damn stand. But
okay, so I was like, every time I turn around, I see a woman saying this woman is lying. And they can't all be birds, can they? They can't all be just male-centered hussies, can they?
Listen.
Apparently, listen, I didn't dig too deep. Stefan Diggs is the guy that Cardi just had a baby with.
Yes.
Who as far as on paper, a dirtbag. Multiple sexual assaults and sexual harassment claims from men and women. I think he's the one that was like being inappropriate with women who were paid to massage him at the facilities at his football. He plays football at the football facilities of whatever team he was on. Maybe I don't know.
Young guy.
Auntie don't know what team he's on. And apparently he was moved the chef. He had a on again, off again relationship with the chef while he was with Cardi. Moved the chef into his home to cook for him. And she says he beat her up. But there's a video of her apparently after the beating up that she's like doing the Roger Rabbit in the kitchen, which is not, I have never been physically abused, but I have been emotionally abused. And I was not doing the Roger Rabbit anytime within an hour after having that piled on me. So we all cope differently. There were no bruises that I could see, but he's saying he's everybody who commented, I didn't see anyone being like, well, I believe her. Every single comment I saw, and my feed is very lady positive.
Yes.
Everyone I saw was like, ooh, she not out here making us look good. Like,
she was making up the story. I don't think she probably thought the dude was just gonna pay. She didn't expect to be on that stand and have to defend herself because
no, not pay. This was a criminal trial. She was trying to send that man to jail. It wasn't even no money involved. Now, maybe she thought money was going to come later.
Right.
That prosecutor was there like, well,
I don't know what to do. It was like the girl she was making up the story in her head while on the stand. Listen, his attorney asked her a question and she was like, what's your name again? What did you see that part? She asked the attorney, what's your name again? Girl, answer the question.
I saw someone ask her a question. And the question was, now, you sent the police these texts, but we went in your phone and we saw these extra texts that were saying, apparently some of the texts were like, I'm about to set you up. In writing, sister, in writing.
You know what the problem was? I'm gonna tell you what the problem was. She moved in there and she forgot her position. You are in there to cook and give me some when I want you to give me some. That's the agreement. And if I'm flying here and there with Cardi B, and if I have some more other broads come in here, that's just what time it is. You're not competing with Cardi B because Cardi B got it papered up and she has FU money. Yes, she does, make the wrong decisions.
Horrible choice, baby.
Horrible.
You need a hug.
Horrible. But you can't you as the chef cooking in his house cannot compare with this chick who can get on a private flight.
He had multiple babies in the same year Cardi had her baby. This man is trapped. Y'all are all busting it, spreading it open. Y'all just, ew. We're the trashiest men on the block.
Bent over. Wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you that there was something else. I think the teammates, they did a video. And
yes.
Like, which one of your teammates would you never introduce to your sister? They were like, all of them. They were like Stefan Diggs.
All the teammates are like, that's the dirtbag of the team.
That part.
Get you, Cardi. You could have any player you wanted.
At least
1/3 of them, I'd say.
Anybody she wants. I'm gonna tell you something. I think Offset is no different from that Nature Boy, right? They are the same when it comes to their pockets. But he did say something intelligent. He said, you mean to tell me she's divorcing me to get with another dude who's just like me? He's right. They are no different.
At least she didn't get married. He's not getting none of that money.
Yeah.
Cardi apparently loves babies, or she don't use her butt enough. I don't know. Take the baby and move on.
Cardi right now, as we speak, they rendered that verdict not guilty. Cardi right now is at the function in DC that says that says for Stefan Diggs is having a function, right? A Mother's Day charitable function right now in DC. Cardi B is there. They already got the photos on thread. Cardi B is there and smiling, and she's happy with her baby daddy.
What did Auntie Betty tell us? What did she say?
Get to the white meat. You're not about to play with me.
What did she say?
Mm-hmm.
Bust them upside the heads.
Bust them to the white meat.
Oh, okay. Speaking of threads, also a little quick change. We only have a few minutes left. I'm gonna give it to you real quick. I shared a video. I reshared a video on my thingy. I think I'm Shida D on Threads as well. I don't even know my name on Threads.
I think you are.
I'm Shida D on Threads as well. I reshared a thing of this guy saying, you know, you can't even believe women these days because women keep saying they'll die for their children. And you can't believe that because the minute their man cheats on them, the women want to get emotional and leave and break up the family. How you gonna die? What you mean you gonna die for your kids when you won't even stay for your kids? And I was like, get the guns, the firing range, Siberia, the train to Siberia. Stab.
You know, they the way they can come up with such the delusion is just incredible. How they are able to. I do not even see. Oh, so I'm supposed to stay with you with the kids so you can kill me. Is that like I don't understand. It's incredible. It's the mental gymnastics that these niggas.
What do you mean you'll die for your kid when you won't even stay with your cheating, possibly abusive, if you're cheating, right? Not like, you know what I mean? Like there's parts of it that are really terrible. Why won't you let your kids just stay here and witness this really terrible relationship? Just because my dick was going left and right, like Dan Broderick?
Witness the terrible relationship, and if I get mad enough, I might murk you. But you know what? You're supposed to stay here and endure that. You
right. And the kids. If you say you die for your kids, stay in. What you mean? You get emotional. The first time a man cheats on you, you get emotional and want to leave him.
They have gold medals in mental gymnastics. It's incredible. It is incredible.
And I bet you that man has a partner. Girl, stand up.
What'd you say last time, Shida? They not lonely enough.
They're not lonely enough.
They're not lonely enough.
They getting online and saying that with a straight face. Shoot him.
Shoot. Okay. Our last topic is Simone Biles. We got 8 minutes for Simone Biles.
All right.
The makeup situation. Simone Biles was outside at a red carpet event. Her glam was $23,000. Simone Biles said, I'm not going nowhere else. I'm staying at home. You guys are too expensive. $23,000 for me. A red carpet event is asinine. Baby, the people, the girls, that
the beauty girls and the stylists, the hairdressers, everyone started coming for her, girl. Everyone.
They told Simone, don't count my money. Don't talk about what we do. We $23,000, and in fact, that was a good price. Okay. I don't know. Listen.
If I have to pay $23,000 to go out for one event. At this point in my life,
right,
I've missed the mark. And I get it. And I think that for me, I didn't understand where people were coming from because I didn't take from it that Simone was saying no one should ever pay that or no one is worth that. Simone was saying, not in my pocket.
Right.
Not in my pocket.
And no, that's okay.
And that we all get to say what's worth it for us. I also think that Simone is a hard one, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is extra difficult for me with Simone because we've seen Simone get a hard time because her ponytail not cute enough, right? Her predecessor Gabby, same thing. We have seen y'all not representing for the Black girls in the way that we want you to represent for the Black girls.
Yes.
While you're doing something so physically taxing that I couldn't even do the first 2 counts, right, of
Right.
this 4-minute number. I can't do none of it. And I, as someone who's been in that positive light negatively, I think a lot of people should have heard Simone saying that and been like, yeah, I have no opinion on how you and what you do and what you spend to look the way you want to look. Because we know as a Black ladies, we know what she's been through, right? Also, she wasn't saying y'all are not like celebrity, top of the line hairstylists and makeup artists came out and was like, how dare you?
How dare you say that we're too expensive? And you know what? I have a problem with that. I think people have a misconception that people that have money, they think that they spend willy-nilly on things. Everybody has a certain price that they want.
Everybody got a budget. Beyonce got a budget.
I'll never forget one time on Threads. I have never paid over a certain amount for a flight to Paris, right? There is a certain amount that I want to pay. And when it is over, like right now, I think the tickets are absurd and I'm holding out, right? I got to be there in June, but I'm holding out. And I'll never forget, I complained about it on Threads. I said, these prices are ridiculous. I just can't believe how high they are. And a lady came in Threads and had the nerve to say, I don't understand why you're complaining about the price. You're walking around with the Birkin. What's the big deal? I'ma just buy
my business, your business.
You got the right one, because I'll get into that ass right here on Threads. I was like, I said, yeah, I thought that the Birkin was worth it, but I don't think a flight to France that I have been buying back and forth for the past 13 years, there's a certain amount that I want to pay. I know what the real cost is for a flight to France and what I'm used to paying. The price is elevated now, and I don't want to pay it, and that's my prerogative. I don't have to pay it just because
I'm not asking you to pay it. Simone wasn't like, it's real expensive. Who's gonna do this for free?
Right.
And but I saw people saying, well, it depends on how much work the stylist did. Were they borrowing clothes, or were they? Simone didn't say, I'm not paying these people. Simone said,
right,
moving forward, I shan't be doing this again. I would rather be in the house than spend $23,000. And just for the look, not for the whatever event she went to, not for transportation. I don't know if she needs security, not for none of that. Just the look
just for the look. She's like, it was coming from a very curious place, because the girl said, is this normal? Is this what everybody?
Her mom's been doing her hair for years.
Right. And
years.
She's like, this is absurd. Listen, I can't do it. Y'all got it.
Y'all got it. That's what she said.
But I'm not going to be able to do it. And I respect it. You manage your coins how you want to manage your coins. And if something is too expensive, doesn't matter how much money you make. They came out, Simone makes this much a year. So what? She doesn't want to pay $23,000 for 2 hours at an event.
For the look, right? Like if the ticket was $20,000 and it all went to charity, that's one thing. To put these lashes on and pick up some shoes for me?
Exactly. Spending other folks' money is weird to me. Absolutely. And I'm like, it's your prerogative what you want to spend your coins on, what you deem is excessive and what you deem as valuable. You know, that is something that's very personal to each individual. What else we got, Shida? Listen, let me just tell the team, I was trying to go 5 hours with Shida, but she's outside. So she texted me and said, I got 1 hour. Okay, girl.
Places to be.
She got places to be. So she said she could only give us 60 minutes.
But we can always do this again. Not regularly, because talking to people all the time is too much. But we can do this again. Will we get a really good hot topic?
Yes. And if you guys like hot topics, you want to see more hot topics, let us know. If you enjoy it, we're down to do it. But Shida, we gotta, however Shida want to run things. You know how she do. She's out.
It's your channel. You in charge. You better go do hot topics with somebody else next week. you better find you another guest for hot topics next week.
I think that you and I have a great vibe. You don't want to do it?
I think we have a great vibe.
Okay.
But how I be on the couch in my cabin.
I do.
So,
I do.
Get
You
you
are a
some
lady of
rest.
Shida is a lady of leisure. So we'll try to get her
Leisure.
back on. We'll try to get her regularly to do some hot topics with us. We'll see what she can squeeze
The
in.
ladies are saying they love hot topics. If you're watching this, Latrice ain't said it yet, but if you're watching this and you like hot topics, if you like talking about France and other things, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Make sure you're subscribed. You can
Yes.
see the videos. The girlies said they want to hear Latrice talk about dating in Paris.
They did say that. And so I do a hot topics with Stephanie. I love Stephanie. I'm going to have to do that. Maybe once a month. That's cute. Maybe Shida can commit to that.
Maybe. Can you commit? When's the next time you doing a video on this channel?
I'm gonna do a video on dating in Paris, which is absolute trash, but I will do a video on it for sure.
Okay.
And you ladies, you subscribe and listen. You guys know me. You can if you're already following on Instagram, send me messages about what videos you would like to see, because I'm stumped. I have no idea what you guys want, what you want to see, but help your girl.
All right.
France is one of the top relocation countries. Absolutely. And let me tell you, I always say this, Paris has been a destination. France has been a destination for Black Americans since World War I. This is 100 years of receipts. Okay, let's be clear. They have been welcoming for us. Thank you for subbing, Elaine. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. Please share. Follow your girl on Instagram. Sign up for my Substack. You guys already know Shida, and follow her on YouTube. And where else can they find you, Madame Shida?
Instagram, Threads, YouTube, my couch, my kitchen.
All the places.
All the places.
All the places. Thank you for tuning in, ladies, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.